Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm jumping into the May Faith Art box from Creative Retreat. This is Remarkably Vivid. I do have a full unboxing of the physical kit and the digitals over on my channel. I will link that video down below for you guys if you haven't seen that yet or are curious what comes with this month's release. There is also a new ink color. I do not have it. I believe it's Bluebird, so I'm going to be using the Peacock Blue today, but there is a new color that actually better matches the blue in this kit. So definitely check out the inks as well. So with these faith art boxes, you have a couple different options. They always have devotional content. Now you can either get it in the physical format, which is what I have here, but they now also offer a digital format. So you can purchase the devotional content and then print it out for yourself. And so either one is going to work for what I'm going to share with you guys today. So in these devotional cards, there are some reflection questions. I've already gone ahead and cut mine apart, but I have over the years done a variety of different things. I've shown you guys a variety of different things for how I like to document those answers to those reflection questions. But I have my growth journal here, and I've been kind of neglecting this the last couple months. And so I think for the rest of this year, I'm going to go ahead and be intentional about putting my reflection responses here in this journal. Now, of course, I want to do it, fun and cutesy, because that's just how we do things around here. And so that is what I'm going to be showing you guys today. So with this month's kit, Remarkably Vivid, we are talking about having an internal focus, right? So everything in this world, the world itself, is constantly trying to draw our attention away from Christ. And it's a constant battle that we have as believers. And so I really love the reflection questions that Jeremy has for us in this kit, really kind of getting us to think about this and being more aware of some of the things that are pulling our attention and how to make those adjustments to maintain an eternal focus. And so there are some scripture in here to read through, as well as the wonderful devotional content. I will probably come back in and do some Bible journaling on those scriptures that we have here that we're going to be studying. But I wanted to get my responses down to the reflection questions. So what I have already done off camera, I have the digital add-on kit. This is separate from the faith art box. These are just some coordinating digitals. They come with 3 sheets. I showed these in my unboxing. They do come with a full sheet of journaling cards, which kind of worked out perfect because there are 6 reflection questions and there's 6 cards. So I thought it'd be fun to use those in my journal. Now, you don't have to work in this particular journal. This would be great in a notebook, anything. This is great if you are kind of uncomfortable about journaling in a Bible directly. This would be a great option for you. And you can do it in a variety of different ways. So I've already gone ahead and cut out some elements. I cut apart the reflection questions. Now you could go in and do all kinds of crazy things with like typing out the questions, printing them out. But I went for easy. I just cut them directly out of the devotional and we're going to use those. So I've already cut out a few of the digital elements as well, but you do have the stickers. So I'm going to be kind of mixing and matching those. But I just want to give myself some space to come back and answer these questions as we think about the devotional content. So let me go ahead and put you guys on fast forward, and I'm going to quickly put together this layout in my growth journal for you guys. All right, so this video is mostly just going to be watching me glue things to the page, so no fancy techniques or anything, but I did try to leave in as much of my decision-making process as I could, just so you guys can see that, I had to try things out too, and some things don't work sometimes. It's not like I just stick things down and it's perfect. Like this card right here, I'm going to fuss with that speckly card throughout the entire video. I just cannot figure out how I want to do it. But when I cut out these reflection questions, I kind of changed up, some are like fishtail banners, some are little angled banners, just to add some interest. You could go crazy and like retype these out or stamp them or, do all kinds of things, but it just made it easier to cut them directly out of the devotional itself. Now, I thought it was kind of neat. So when I positioned these cards and when I turned to this page, actually, this growth journal has verses kind of spread out throughout the pages already. And this particular page, this would just happen to be the next page in my journal, has Ecclesiastes 3:11. And it says, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart, yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." And this part here where it says he has also set eternity in the human heart. So I just thought that really went well with this whole idea of like, an eternal focus, kingdom focus, keeping our eyes on, eternity with Christ. It just kind of tied in, and I like how that kind of worked out. You could cover that up if you're working in a growth journal and that verse doesn't apply to what you're doing, but I made sure to kind of leave room for that as I was positioning the cards. And now I'm just going in, I'm kind of filling in some of the blank areas using a variety of the different stickers and die cuts. I love the washi tape that came with the Faith Art box. That's this one here, this mint green with the copper foil. And I was really trying hard to use it, but I couldn't balance it well with the colors that I was already using. So I pulled out this polka dot washi. This polka dot washi was actually from Creative Retreat. I bought it years and years ago. I don't know if they have it in the shop any longer, but I just liked the contrast of the black a little bit better. But you could use the washi tape that comes in the kit. So some of these cards I'm gluing directly down to the page, and then others I'm doing little flip ups so I have room to journal. And I kind of want to talk about this first reflection question. Says, describe a time when you couldn't see clearly without necessary glasses, in darkness, etc. And so a little fun fact is that I actually am a certified scuba diver. I've gone all the way through to the rescue diver certification. So I've done a lot of scuba diving back in my younger days. And there was this time when we would often go on night dives. So you actually dive at night when it's dark, and you have to have different equipment. You have to just be a little bit more prepared. Well, I got down to the river. We did a lot of our diving in the river, and I forgot my flashlight. And so I had to share my buddy's light, but we were diving, and even with his light, I couldn't see clearly. I would kind of swim away from him and it would be pitch black, and it was during the salmon spawning season. So there was like hundreds of salmon in the river with us, and it was so unnerving to have all of these fish like bumping into me, and I couldn't see anything. And I can just remember the anxiety I had, even knowing that there was nothing in there that could hurt me. I mean, they're just fish. There's no sharks in that part of the river or anything. But just having so much anxiety and feeling out of control. And that's how we feel when we don't have Christ in our life, right? We just have anxiety. We feel like we don't have any control. There's no purpose. There's no hope. And when you bring light into the equation, it reveals things. It gives you a sense of peace. It's comforting. That is what Jesus is for us in our lives. And so I kind of journaled about that experience there on that card. And then the speckly card that I finally got situated with the washi tape and the little scrap of paper there, I just kind of responded to, how it made me feel to be in a place where I couldn't see things, and it was extra dangerous. You got to be able to watch and see how much air you have so that you're not down there too long. You got to, your compass to make sure you're going in the right direction, make sure that you're not upside down. That's kind of a funny little thing when you're underwater. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether you are swimming right side up or upside down when you're at a certain depth. So a lot of those gauges and things that you have to be aware of, I couldn't see without light. And so that's kind of how I feel in life. When I look back at my life before Jesus, it was just, I didn't know which way was up. I didn't know which direction I was going. I was full of anxiety and scared of everything and just unnerved by, the lack of control I had. And now that I have Christ and have my faith, there's just peace and direction. And no matter what's going on, maybe worldly things, worldly status isn't going how I want it to go, but I know that in the end, my goal is to spend eternity with Christ. So I hope that just kind of encourages you guys. I hope that this layout gives you some inspiration for some different ways to use the kits. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box for links to everything that I used today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.